Hey Steve Zook, welcome back to Poke Suit Channel. Hey, I've got some people interested in this guitar. One guy from YouTube has asked me if it's the same guitar that's in the video. Yeah, it is, and this is why people buy from me, because when I show a guitar for sale, it's the one that I have in my office that I play and I've played, and I don't play them a lot. But yeah, here's the guitar. It's the same one that's on YouTube, and yeah, it really sounds great. It's got ebony board. It's got 12s. It's set up, fine for me. This one has really a lot of flame in the back of the neck too. Some of them are not that flamey. Every guitar is a little bit different. Some 700s just sing out more than others. This is really a good one. But the only thing, and this is on every 700, is just that they put a little piece of wood under the fretboard here. Then that's just how they do it. Keep in mind, you're not paying $7,500 for this guitar. You're paying $1,499, although it's worth a lot more than we sell them for. But they just use a little piece of wood, excuse me, under here that's not finished as perfect as over here. It's really no big deal. But that's the only thing I mention to people sometimes. But this really sounds great. Excuse me, I'm getting over a cold. Here, I'll do the first part of cycle 17, which I was talking about today. I might have this tuned a little low. Really has a nice sound though. Yeah, I'm probably tuned a little low. But yeah. I'll tell you a quick little story. This is not bullshit. I've sold a lot of 700s. I sold one to a guy, and then he told he went to a lesson with Bucky Pizzarelli, who's a great old-time jazz guy. And but Bucky, when the guy asked me about the 700, he sent me a picture of Bucky's guitar, which was an early 30s, like a 32, 33 old Gibson L5, and he said, will it have that same kind of magic? And I was like, well, yeah. It's not going to have as good of a... Well, actually, I think they sound better. I think they have... Sorry about the lawnmower guy. I think they actually have more overtones than even the old Gibson L5s, because they didn't violin voice as much as the Loars do. But anyway, it was a great sounding guitar still, but of course the wood was older and everything, so it had some tones. But anyway, the guy that bought the 700 from me took his 700 to the lesson with Bucky Pizzarelli, who's a great, very famous jazz player. And Bucky goes, he's kind of a gruff guy. What the hell's that thing? Some guitar from China? And he goes, yeah, actually it is. But I think he mentioned to him what I always tell people: it's a vertically integrated company, meaning they buy their own wood, they hire their own luthiers, they have their own factory, they don't just subcontract out. So he goes, let me try that thing. So Bucky Pizzarelli, and this is not an endorsement, Bucky does not endorse the Loar 700. Bucky played the guitar and he said, how much did you pay for that? And my customer said $14.99, and Bucky Pizzarelli goes, that's a steal. That's a true story. This is a huge value. People don't realize it. That's why I say you can't really worry about little things like that little unfinished area there under the fretboard, because if this guitar were a Gibson, same exact guitar, if this was a Gibson, you'd be paying thousands for it. This is a huge value, folks. I've never set up any of my Loar guitars, but with these, they come with 12s. If you want just a little bit lower action, which you may not, depending on how you play, you just put on a set of 11s and you'll have a little bit lower action and it will play fine. You do one string at a time, leaving the tension out. But this is the exact guitar that's on YouTube. I'm sorry, on Reverb. These are really huge value. This is one of those guitars that, like, 20 years from now, people will go, wow, why didn't I buy an all-solid hand-carved archtop for $14.99? By then it will be too late. They'll probably be worth a hell of a lot more. But yeah, this is the exact same one that's on my Reverb channel. It's on my Reverb ad, and it's got. I love the back of the neck. All the flame on the back of the neck is really sweet. They don't all have. A lot of them have just a little bit of flame. This one has tons of flame. It's got really thick flame on the back. It's just absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, it's the same guitar, man. You hear that? Plus, this guitar is going to open up a lot. It takes a lot longer for an all-solid guitar, solid hand-carved guitar too, to open up. And the more you play it, the more better it will sound. But it sounds really sweet to my ear right now. They really do a good job on these. But like I said, some sound a lot better than others. This one. I haven't played this for a while. This is kind of, I almost was going to keep this one because it really rings out. It's all the magic mid-range when it comes to arch top. Nice guitar. But yeah, that's why people buy from me, because they don't want to just get a guitar from the pile. A lot of companies will take your money and then they'll just drop ship it, have one sent out right from the factory to you, and nobody ever even sees it till it gets to you. I'm different. I actually pay for these up front. A lot of the big companies don't. I spend a lot of money and buy these up front and play them and make sure that I'm happy with them. This is really a great guitar, you know. So anywho, I think a lot of people kind of take it for granted how much value these are. But yeah, like I said, a lot of the necks are not even close to as flamey as this neck. This one really has a lot of flame. But yeah, this is the exact same guitar that's on my reverb channel. All right, take care, folks. This is, I think the list is around $19.99. I can do it for $14.99, which is the standard 25% off. The outside it has a really nice case with a super rich, really great kind of velvet green dark padding. Outside the case has a little bit of, little bits of paint. I think when we moved about 7 months ago, it rubbed against one of my closets here. Could probably be removed. If you're worried about it, we could work something out. But I mean, this is really a great guitar. I think I would put 11s on this. Would just make it a little bit easier to play. Some people play really, really hard, so they like to have the 12s. But I've found 11s, you just get a little bit easier playability. So that's why I tell people just play it as is for a little bit. If you want it to be a little bit easier to play, just put some 11s on it and play it like that for a while. Some people get these set up. A lot of my customers never do anything to them. They're really great guitars. All right, take care. Let's do one more shot of the back. One more shot of the back of the neck. And there we go. Same exact guitar that's on reverb. Take care, guys. Here, I'll real quick show the case. It's got the nice dark. I don't know if you can see that. It's got the nice dark, really super thick padding. It's just got some little paint speckles on it, as you can kind of probably see there. I think there's some on the top too. Anyway, just full disclosure. But yeah, if this 700 was a Gibson, you'd be paying $7 grand for it. They're that good. They're really, really good. You just can't expect total perfection for $1,500. But I guess it depends how picky you are. There's just that little piece of wood under the fretboard that's not quite as finished, just because of the way they do it. It's really not a big deal. But these guitars are off the chart value for the money. I'm an arch top expert. I did nothing but high-end arch tops for years, and believe me, this is really a huge value. All right.